Good morning, children. This is the continuation of part 1 on atmospheric pressure and wind. In the previous part, we had talked about the periodic wind. Now we will be talking about the local wind. So, we all know when we say wind, what are we talking about? We are talking about the horizontal movement of the air. So, when that horizontal movement of the air is created because of the local factor or local atmospheric variation, then we call it a local wind. And when we say local variation or local differences, that means difference in the temperature, difference in the pressure, difference in the humidity in a small area, that is known as the local wind. So there are many local winds that's blowing on the surface of the earth, and it is known by different names in different parts of the world. And talking about the local winds can be a hot or a cold local winds. According to the temperature of the local wind, where local wind can be classified. And the local winds uh, which blows on the earth's surface has various names, as I have already told you. So the hot local wind that blows on the earth's surface are Lu, Sirko, Harmattan, Khamsin, Zonda, Fawn, uh, Anabatic Valley wind are all examples of the hot wind that blows over the surface of the earth. Hot local winds that blows over the surface of the earth. Then the cold local wind that blows over the surface of the earth is katabatic or mountain wind. It is one of the names of the cold local wind. Then the blizzard, mistral, bora, and polar outbreak are some of the names of the cold local wind. And amongst all the local wind that prevails on the earth's surface, Lu, that is a hot wind, Fawn, which is also a hot wind, Chinook, which is a hot wind, and Mistral wind, that which is a cold wind, are of great importance. And we will deal with it one by one. Okay, so first one is the Lu. So Lu, it is a hot and a dry wind, and basically, as it is written in the slide, it blows in the month of April, May, and June. This is known as the Lu, and it blows in the northern plains of India as well as Pakistan. And in which places of northern plains? Like the Rajasthan, Gujarat, Haryana, all these places, Punjab, UP, Western Madhya Pradesh, this Lu is experienced. So apart from that, it originates due to convective movement of the air. So it means that it originates, or the origin of the Lu, it is because of the heating up of the surface soil. It gets heated up, and then this expansion, and then expansion of the air, rise of the air. When the air is rising, at that time the temperature decreases very rapidly. Okay, the temperature decreases rapidly, so because of it, there is origination of the Lu. uh, then this Lu, it can be very fatal because it is a dust storm. Not only that, we talk about being affected by sunstroke. So Lu causes sunstroke to people, and it can be very fatal to the people. Now we will talk about Chinook. So Chinook, as it is given in the slide, it is warm and dry wind, and it is a wind which is moving from the southwesterly direction, and we can see it is adiabatically created, meaning because of the expansion of the air due to heat, the rising of the air takes place, and then the cooling down of the air takes place. So it is adiabatically created, and it blows. It is affecting which area it is blowing, or it is occurring in the eastern slope of Rockies. Eastern slope of Rockies, which includes part of USA and Canada. It is occurring in this area, and it is starting from Alberta in Canada. Okay, it is starting from Alberta in Canada, and it is blowing towards northwestern part of New Mexico. So it is New Mexico that is in United States. So we can say it is affecting both the countries, that is USA and Canada. Next one is Chinook, means snow eater. So Chinook, it is actually derived from the name of the Red Indian tribe, and it means snow eater. Okay, and Chinook, it is known as snow eater because on the leeward side of this Rockies, what is happening is then the wind, it is melting and it is evaporating as much as 25 centimeters. 25 centimeters of rainfall, snow is melting because of the Chinook. So in the slide it is given cover, it covers a large area. So definitely it covers a large area, around about 300 to 500 kilometers of land surface. It is affected by the Chinook. Then next one is increases the temperature. So Chinook increases the temperatures to such an extent that the temperature increases by 10 to 20 degree centigrade. So another one, fawn, it is warm and dry wind, as it is written. It is blowing on the leeward side of northern Alps. Okay, it is moving on the, it is blowing on the northern side of or the leeward side of northern Alps, that is in Europe. So while it is descending on the leeward side, it becomes warm and it becomes dry. So that is the fawn. So fawn is of great importance. Why? Because it helps in grazing by melting of the snow. Even in late winters, the grazing is possible. That's because of melting of the snow by the fawn. Not only that, it also speeds up the ripening of the grapes in the autumn season. Because of fawn, the ripening of the grapes, it is activated because of the presence of fawn. The last one is the Mistral, and it is a cold wind that is blowing from the northern direction, or northerly wind. And we also can say that it is a northwestern wind, and it is basically experienced in the northwest coast of Mediterranean region. Especially France and Italy is affected by it, and the Rhone Delta, the Rhone River Delta, is also affected by this wind, that is the minstrel. And the Rhone is affected so much so that the doors are built on the southwestern side, so as to avoid the adverse influence or dangerous influence of the minstrel. The roads are the doors are also constructed in the southeastern side. And this Rhone, it is basically originates because of the very high pressure that is created over the western Mediterranean region. So because of it, there is creation of this mistral, or the cold local wind. It has its advantages as well, because it brings about a very clear sky, so that helps in aviation. Okay, girls, this is all for today. I will be uploading the next presentation in a few days.